Well, howdy friends, Brian Flechsig of Mad River Outfitters in the Midwest Fly Fishing Schools, and welcome back to another episode in our Q&A series. You know, it's such a great honor to answer all these questions for you folks, and it's amazing the magnitude of questions that we get. But make sure, as always, that you send them to admin@madriveroutfitters.com via email. If you need immediate assistance, we're always here to help via telephone. Yes, you can call us on our phone, and we're always happy to answer your questions or consult. But if you'd like a question answered here on our YouTube channel, which will qualify you for a free hat and fly box that will be sent to you via US mail. Yeah, again, very old-fashioned. Anyway, send those questions to admin@madriveroutfitters.com, and we'll get to them as quick as we can here on the YouTube channel and send you out that hat and fly box. So we really appreciate you all being here. Now, I want to answer a question today from Joel Finuff, F-I-N-U-F-F. I apologize if I mispronounced that, Joel, but join the club. And Joel is from Franklin, North Carolina. And this is a question that we get a lot via email, on the phone, and here in the shop. And I want to give you my take on this, my opinion on this, okay? But Joel says he enjoys all the videos. The question is, I like my felt soles for here in North Carolina. With all the options for traction, from screw-in studs to the bolt-in rock treads, the choice seems endless, and can you give us a little help and explanation? And Joel, I think I can. I, like you, am a felt sole guy. I grew up with felt soles. I still use felt soles whenever I can, and I really hardly think there's anything better than felt soles. And I know certain people are going to disagree with that, and environmentalists are going to scream bloody murder, but here's my take on this. It's about 10 or 12 years ago. This was basically a marketing I'm going to say the word. I'm going to say it was more or less a marketing scam that was instituted by, to a certain extent, Patagonia and Sims. And they demonized felt, saying that felt was going to carry aquatic organisms from one stream to the other. And the truth of it is, so can the uppers, so can the laces, so can your waders, so can a lot of other things transfer aquatic organisms. I really think that felt got a bad rap. And you're starting to see it come back in a big way. Now, I know, yes, I'm not proposing that we just transfer organisms from one place to the other. But for example, when I fish my home river, the Mad River, I've got a pair of boots that pretty much live in that river. They don't go anywhere else. And by far, felt is the best for my fishing and my guiding on the Mad River, my home river. But I will tell you, it was awesome for business, because back when this all started and felt became the bad guy, we sold a whole lot of rubber-soled boots. No question, everybody was rushing in to buy rubber-soled boots because they thought felt was going to go away. Rubber is cool, but here's the way I look at it. If you're just comparing felt to rubber, felt is much better in the water than standard rubber. No question. In fact, where we go out in Montana, if you show up at Kelly Gallup's Slide In with rubber-soled shoes and no studs, they're going to laugh at you because you're going to fall on your arse in the river. No question. Even on my home river, the Mad, the rubber, I spend a lot of time walking my boat down the river, and I need really good traction, and rubber typically doesn't do it for me, rubber alone. Now, I will say that some companies have really improved upon. Sims has some good products. For example, Orvis has teamed up with Michelin. Yes, the Michelin Tire Company to come up with this new sole. It's getting great reviews. So I think we've come a long way, but felt is better on the water. Rubber is better on the land. Okay? If you're fishing in really cold weather, snowy, icy conditions, felt can freeze up and build up a bunch of ice under your feet, and that's no fun. So they kind of each have their place, but if anybody tries to tell you that rubber is better than felt, yeah, I just don't think it's true. I really don't. Now, there are basically two other options that I want to mention, and I don't think the choices are endless. There's felt and there's rubber, and then there's studded rubber, okay? And studded rubber may, in fact, cause rubber to be a little bit better in certain conditions than felt. In very rocky, bouldery conditions where there's a lot of slime on the rocks, these studs help cut through that slime and dig into the rocks. And so if you have studded rubber, it may well do a better job than felt. And then when you're out of the water, it's fine for hiking on trails and what have you. But about 5 or 6 years ago, my good friend Kelly Gallup turned me on to these aluminum bars. And I always really kind of turned my nose up at them. I thought it was kind of a gimmick. I thought it was stupid. They're heavy. I put a pair of these on, and I tell you, I was out there at his place, the Slide Inn on the Madison River, and I hopped in the Madison, and I felt like Spider-Man. I mean, to tell you, I could do things that I could never do before. I could go places that I could never go before. These aluminum bars are really for hardcore, like the Madison, which is a fast-moving, it's in fact the world's longest riffle, the Madison River in Montana. And I couldn't imagine fishing the Madison without my aluminum bars anymore these days. One of the drawbacks is that they're heavy. Okay, and I don't like walking on the land for great distances in these. I don't like these in my boat. If you wind up stepping on fly line, these can kind of chew up a fly line pretty quick. So you have to be careful with them. They're kind of a special use kind of situation. And you see these soles that I'm holding up, we've kind of narrowed it down to 3 brands of wading boots here in the shop. Of course, Simms, the king of waders and wading shoes. Orvis is making some really great products these days. And we do sell the Corkers brand of boots, which really makes a lot of sense. And I am wearing some Corkers when I was just in Alaska. I took my Corkers because I had the option. You've probably seen us do this before, or you already know of Corkers. And the soles easily snap in and out. I say easily, it's relatively easily. And then I can pop in the aluminum bars, I can pop in studded rubber, and it gives you all kinds of options. Not to mention when your felts do wear out, you can simply buy a new pair of felts because these boots do hold up pretty well. Still a lot of folks out there that believe that these soles are going to fall off, and that's really from a couple versions ago of Corkers boots. They have really greatly improved their sole system. And we've had virtually 0 problems with these soles coming out on the current versions of Corkers boots. So I think there you have it. You've got basically 4 options in my mind. You can always screw studs into felt as well. To be honest with you, I've never done that. If I needed studded rubber, I'm putting on my Corkers with the studs in them. Simms and Orvis, if you buy the rubber-soled boots, you can buy the additional studs and screw them in and then screw them out. For example, a lot of people don't want studs on a drift boat or in float planes and things like that, so you screw them out and screw them back in when you need them. I'm still a felt guy, just like you, Joel. But if you're hiking great distances on the trails in the mountains there in North Carolina, some rubber soles might do you some good, so it's really a trade-off, which makes Corkers a pretty smart investment. So there you have it, Joel. We're going to send you out a hat and a fly box. We appreciate you tuning in and chiming in with the question, and I know that helps a lot of folks out as well. So as always, friends, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's completely free, and it'll keep you up to date as we release videos. If you like what we do, consider going to Mad River Outfitters and making a purchase. We'll be happy to send you a pair of wading boots anywhere in the world where you might be. And then always smash that like button because that really helps us out as well. So stay tuned, and we appreciate you being here as always. If you like this video, hit subscribe. It helps out a lot. And check out these videos. We think you might like them too.